Hello, hello. And in today's video, I will be talking all about how to increase your mood, especially after bad things happen or even when you feel like the negative self talk. I am literally going to talk you out of a bad day or a bad situation. Now, so if you feel like a lot of times, right, like when things happen, it could be like an argument with a spouse or something is going wrong with your children or whatever that may be. If a situation has really just been rough on you and it's just resting on you and you feel like, oh my gosh, like I just cannot get over this situation, what I am going to tell you has literally freed me, not to say freed me, but it takes me to a different place. And I'm going to explain to you what I do. Now, I don't have a technical, well, I do call this rewriting the script. This is something that I just started doing myself. And I was like, you know what? That really helped me. So let me put y'all on game on how you could really rewrite the script. Now, you could use this either in a situation where you're a little bit, feeling a little bad, or even if something good happens, how you could rewrite the script so it could feel better. So anyway, so let me get to the point. But I must give you an example first, and then that way you will be able to explain and think about the situations in your life where you are like, I wonder how I could rewrite the script from here on out. So I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to get too personal. However, it helps me. So it was one time I was talking with my husband, and it got a little hard that day, and we actually resulted in like getting into like really like married people things. Like it got hard. And his response wasn't the response that I wanted. His reaction wasn't what I wanted it to be. And we started arguing, and the negativity was there. And so I felt so bad and so heavy from that time. I reflected on it, like I prayed to God about it, whatever. But then I opened up my journal and I began to write. And what I normally do in situations like this is I would rewrite the script, and I would think about what I would have wanted him to say instead, or how I would have wanted our reactions to be, or what would I have wanted to take place instead. So really what I am about to share with you is how you can open up your imagination so that you can begin to feel the feelings. Because what I realized, and I might as well just put this thing right here down. I don't even know why I got this iPad in my hand. I have notes, but I don't go by the notes. Like I literally just so I am going to put my iPad. Okay. So here is what it is. So I begin to write. Now, when you begin to journal about rewriting the script, the amazing thing about it is that your body or your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So a lot of times, whenever you are going through situation, like your thoughts have so much power. That's what I'm trying to say. Your thoughts have so much power. So if you begin to think differently, then that makes you, because your mind doesn't know the difference, if you think differently, then your situation will change. So I started to rewrite the script. So it was almost like, all right, Alicia, you and your husband, y'all just had an argument. It didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. So I took my journal out and I started writing. And I'm just literally going to make it up because this is not the actual thing that happened, but this is, I'm telling you how I rewrote it with a little revision. So I began to write, and I was like, I am so thankful that I approached my husband. This is again an example. I approached my husband and I told him what was bothering me. After a while, he looked at me and he understood what I was saying, and we had a great conversation. After our conversation, he took me out for dinner, and we had an amazing time for the rest of the day, right? So what I started to do, I would write things like, Oh my gosh, he brought me roses. We had an amazing time. Like, I would just begin to rewrite the script about any situation that happened. If I feel the urge to write a journal, like if it annoys me that much, I rewrite the script. By the time I finish rewriting the script, y'all, I get so happy. I get so happy because I wrote it, and when I begin to write, I would see us in a happy place, in a joyful place, and my body would feel those emotions as if it's actually happening. So when I begin to rewrite the script so many different times, I begin to see things differently in my life. For real. So this is another way. I'll give you another example of the way that I write scripts, and you could say it's a part of like manifesting, but then kind of maybe it is manifesting. I don't know. So this is the thing, how I got the position, because I got a promotion on my job. So I began to write things about what I wanted to see, because at the time I wasn't in the position, but I used to see myself in the position. So I would put things like, I am so happy that I am an instructor. I am so thankful that I am presenting in front of people. I am so thankful that I am confident. I went to work today and I was smiling and I had a smile on my face. I love who my coworkers are. I love that I'm engaging. Like, I would just literally write things, and the more I wrote about it, the more it felt real. So when it was finally time for me to get that interview, I was able to nail the interview because I was already in the position before I actually got it. I got the position before I actually got it. So I love to just rewrite the script. I like to rewrite what I want to see happen instead. And that has really, really helped me to not just manifest, but it also helps me to live in a better headspace. So this is another way that I would rewrite the script, right? I would write things like, I am so grateful that my husband came home today and he brought me some flowers. We had dinner, and at the dinner table we were able to talk and converse and really have a good conversation during dinner. And after dinner I will put some like adult time things that I'm not going to say on this YouTube channel, but I would literally write everything about what I would like to see. So it was one day, y'all, my husband brought me some he brought me some flowers. And I started, that particular day, I was like, wait a minute now. I know I had just wrote about this the other day, and now you popping up in here with flowers. Like, what's going on? So I really want to tell you all that it's not only just what you think, but it's also what you say, and it's also what you write, because all of these things have a connection. It's like the universe, and I'm so excited because these are things that I do all of the time. The universe knows, right? The universe knows, or God knows, he sees, he knows you, he knows what your heart's desires are. So there's a scripture that says, like, if you delight yourself in him, he will grant you the desires of your heart. Well, to me that means that I'm delighting myself in God, and my heart's desire is to have just a healthy relationship with my husband. My heart desire is to grow this YouTube channel. My heart's desire is to be a good mom. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about, what is your heart's desire? What is it that you really, really just want? And from here on out, what I want you to do is write it as if it already happened, right? There's a scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain, like really make it plain. I want you to see yourself at the interview. And when you see yourself at that interview, whether it's online or in person or whatever, I want you to write it out. What are the things that they are saying? Like, say for instance, you could put, I went to a job interview today and I was so thankful that I was very well engaged and I answered the questions accordingly. And the people that interviewed me was very impressed with my resume and my past worth ethic. And just put like, I am so grateful that even within 24 hours of the interview, I got the call. Like, really write it out and write it in present tense. That's how you do it. You write it in present tense as this is happening like right now, today. Write it as if it is happening right now. And I promise that in the way things are going now, with the way like life is, right? You think like whatever you say, it comes faster now. Like a lot of times it used to be like you had to wait like years to kind of just see things happen. No, like the way that God is working right now, like miracles is happening right now. It's happening today. Like you're one phone call away or one text message away or one opportunity away. So I want you to think about, and this is only just one concept that I am teaching you of the many that I do all of the time. So when you are writing your script, again, write it as if it has already happened, right in present tense. Even not just when you're writing, but even when you're praying, right? A lot of times people say, well, God, I thank you for my blessing. Yeah, I thank you for my blessing, but we also want to say my blessing is already here. Thank you for the blessing, right? Or a lot of times, let me rephrase it so that it could be technically or grammatically correct, right? A lot of times people say my blessing is on the way. No, my blessing is here right now. Right now, it's already here, right? It's already done. So when you operate in a place of it's already done, like how we saying, speak those things as not as if they already are. So I may not have my whatever right now, but it's there. It's already here. So the abundance is already here. The marriage, the life, the job, the career, everything that you want is already here. But all you got to do is just open up yourself so that you can be a magnet for the miracles. And the reason why things are probably delayed is because you are still speaking in future tense. And you have to speak in present tense as if it is right now if you really want things to speed up for you. So anyway, so I like this area that I'm in. It's a little busy, but I like this area. But that's so when you are writing, right? And this is, and I'll teach you all the other concepts that I've used to manifest like some of the things I really, really wanted. But when you're journaling, again, get that journal. And I have like so many different journals. Get a journal where it is like that you are writing in that present tense. I am so grateful that I have my job, and write the type of job that it is. I am so grateful for my position. Write what you are doing, right? So I begin to just see things and how using this concept, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, my marriage is I'm not going to be like my marriage is perfect, because it's not. But when I have been able to rewrite the script, I was able to detach from the negativity and reattach to the positivity. And when I started to attach myself to the positivity, I saw how things have been changing lately. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. I am seeing the difference in my relationship because I'm beginning to write about how I want this relationship to go, right? So with me saying that and me doing this concept, for one, at one time it changed my thoughts from being negative until again I felt the sensations in my body. Like I felt the joy is what I'm trying to say. I felt the peace. I felt the happiness. And then when I would rewrite the script, I would write it as if I'm actually there. So the sensations of the smell, I would say like how the smell is in this restaurant. I would talk about what do I see around me. I would talk about the water that's behind me. Like I would literally give everything details. When I rewrite the script, I also rewrite the script and I put what kind of dress I had on, how my locks had looked, how he was dressed, how he looked. I even rewrote the scripts to the type of ring that I wanted. I would put different details in there just like that. I would put things like what he said to me. Like I would literally write it as if it was a fairy tale. Like for real. And so it was one time And I told my husband, I said, yeah, I do that. Like whenever this happens, I rewrite the script and I would write how I would want you to respond. And some days, some days he respond the way that, how it happened in my journal. And some days it doesn't, but it doesn't discredit the practice. What it is attaching myself to the possibilities of what life really could be like. So hopefully, if everything isn't here, then it's there. But I'm gonna get to it. But I'm gonna act like I got it right now. I'm gonna act like I got it right now, and that's how. This is a long video. That's how a lot of times I begin to cope. Now, I was seeing, like, I don't stay there all the time. All right. So I want to say that as well, because I don't want it to be like, dang, like you always dreaming. Sometimes, yeah, I am always like in la la land sometimes. However, I do have a clear distinction of when I'm in la la land and when I'm present. So when I'm present, I do stay in the moment, right? We have to stay in the moment. We have to be here, having to enjoy this moment. So I only do like the rewrite the script practices whenever things like go haywire, right? Say for instance, if you are thinking about a time you probably went to the doctor and the doctor didn't give you good news, rewrite the script. What would you like for the doctor to say? Rewrite the script. You had an encounter with a person on your job and you didn't like the way they treated you in that moment. Get your journal out, rewrite the script. How would you have liked it to go, and go off of that, right? And then the next encounter, it will change. Let's see another example. You didn't like the way that you interacted with your loved ones or your sister or your friend. Rewrite the script. Rewrite the script. Rewrite it. What would you like to see happen instead? And since I've been doing that, baby, since I have been rewriting the script, I must say life has been feeling so much better, because it brings another sense of joy, contentment, and satisfaction. So I hope you really enjoy this video. That is the end of my video for today. And if you've gotten this far, because it's almost time for me to go, if you've gotten this far in the video, just know that I appreciate, it's like 14 right now, like 14 people that view my videos. So like right now, but I know that, like, in the future, that's not always going to be the case. But I really want to say how grateful I am to the very few that are holding on with me during this time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Words will not be able to express how grateful I am. So thank you for sticking it out with me and joining me on this journey. And I will see you all the next time. And please let me know in the comments below how you all are going to rewrite the script. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.